Hi everyone, it's Gary Nicholson here with a planning outlook on Sunday the 28th of July. There's quite a bit going on and some chopping and changing in the forecast models as we go into the week ahead, so I thought it best to bring you right up to date with developments. Overall, low pressure is in charge. You can expect some heavy and at times thundery bursts of rain to be around in the days ahead. Some indications favouring a better end to the week as higher pressure begins to build. So let's have a look at what the latest charts have on offer. We start the week with this. It's the leftovers basically of the weekend system. Low pressure, a very broad feature, slowly filling across the northern side of the British Isles with a tangled frontal system that's got all the remnants of what's been around over the past couple of days. It's trying its best to form a little occlusion across northern England, essentially almost spinning itself into a new centre of low pressure, which may mean it's slow to fully clear across the south of Scotland. Even the Pennines could just struggle for a good number of hours with that front trailing through. The next developing system, though, running into that area of low pressure is one coming in from the southwest, and that arriving for Wales by the time we get into Monday night. Let's just skip through the sequence during the course of the day then, and starting off first thing, there's the rain band around across the lakes and the south of Scotland at first. That will tend to drift northwards with an improvement coming through, pushing northwards up the Pennines through the course of Monday afternoon. For Scotland, though, things tend to go downhill as areas of showers break out and push northwards, where you get any brighter or sunny spells with some warmth and humidity in the atmosphere. It'll fire up a few heavier showers, even localised thunderstorms just running northwards across the Highlands through the afternoon into the evening. Very, very hit and miss. Many places will see some rain. Whether you catch the heaviest downpours, though, you'll be either up and down the same stretch of road or just from one mountain to the next. Watch out for those. Be prepared for some heavy bursts to be around, though. Skipping on into Monday night, you can see how things are starting to arrive for Wales. That's the next low that's coming in then, and that rotating its way northwards as we approach Tuesday morning. And that's where we get to by the middle of the day. Low pressure, it was a system we were watching on Friday's video, and at that point the indication pulled it further across the channel toward the Low Countries. There was always a risk that it could be a bit further north, and that seems to be where the consensus is, leaving that low broadly parked across central England and Wales into Tuesday daytime. In that part of the world, rain, heavy, at times thundery, could well be set in for a good number of hours, so a poor looking day here, and just wrapped around the low there could be a spell of strong and gusty winds, even nudging gale force just for a time, although the worst of the winds look to be focused on the far southwest of England. For Scotland, a relative lull of sorts, the fronts clearing away, and some descending air in this part of the world may just mean many places get away with just very scattered showers. There's the chance, though, still, of just a bit of instability being around and the odd heavy, even thundery burst locally, but in many respects, Tuesday looks a comparatively better day for a good part of the Highlands. Low pressure still on the scene into Wednesday, drifting its way eastwards. Uncertainty in just exactly what the shape of it will be by this stage. It's wrapping around a sort of a north by northwesterly flow. Strongest winds across Wales and the South Pennines. Again, could be quite gusty for a time. Where winds are slack, though, across Scotland and northern and northwestern England as well. The idea of some very slow-moving downpours will be around. Some of those in play from the word go on Wednesday morning. Others will really get going as the day goes on, so the risk in places of almost stationary torrential bursts, which could give some localised flooding issues. One to watch then for Wednesday daytime. Things trying to improve as we reach Thursday. Low pressure fading further eastwards. There's still some instability around. There's still some moisture and a bit of a trough shown here, draped from northwest Scotland across into Pennine areas. Again, there's likely to be showers, and those probably on the heavy side, but just the tendency to fade or become fewer and maybe further between compared to Wednesday. Just watch out for them, though. They could form into localised, slow-moving areas, so some downpours are not to be ruled out completely for Thursday. Now, it's a tricky enough job getting the detail out of the next couple of days, so always looking more than 5 days or so ahead is treacherous in these situations. Apart from that, we've got a general signal that sees higher pressure just toppling in for a couple of days into the weekend. I think there's still going to be the risk of a few showers around. We may struggle to completely get rid of those, as the high is never absolutely parked over the top of us, but it just suppresses things for a while. Showers fewer and further between, and longer, brighter, sunnier spells with cloud breaks to higher tops. The air mass that's contained within it is still fairly warm, relatively humid, nowhere near as hot as what we've just seen, but it's just the air almost that's been circulating around and not having come from anywhere in particular. It's just been here for a while, so temperatures staying fairly uniform into the low 20s in many of the valleys and the glens. The watch then is just on what happens next, because many indications are still trying to favour something drifting back in from the Atlantic as we go further towards next week, the week beginning the 5th. How soon any breakdown comes in, really questionable at this stage. I'd watch the forecasts as we go a few days ahead for that one, but I don't think we're completely going to settle down for too long. If we get a window of dry weather, make the most of it, because I suspect as we go further ahead, fairly unsettled trends may dominate onwards into the middle of August. So it's not particularly sparkling, but just a glimmer of something better later on this week. We'll update things in a day or so just to see how that is developing. You can stay up to date, of course, every single day with your local forecast on our website, and follow us on social media as well. Thanks for watching today. Bye for now.